Welcome to you all. In order for people to view this at a later date if needed, we will be recording the session today. I hope this is agreeable to everyone. This is designed to be interactive, so I do hope you will add your feedback into the chat box, and whoever will be monitoring the chat will be able to select some of your feedback, questions and comments. If appropriate, we may come to you for discussion of your comment or clarification of your question. There is also time at the end to review questions. You will need a piece of paper and a pen to make brief notes. The notes will help you in your action learning discussions at the end of the presentation. You will no doubt have done some study around EI previously, and this will allow you to reflect more deeply on your own EI with a view to developing this further. Question to group. Feedback in chat. Take a couple of minutes and think about the questions. We think about intelligence in terms of how clever someone is or not. But we all know there are different concepts of intelligence: academic, practical, emotional. Keywords: own, others, feelings, emotions, relationships. EI starts with you. A whole gamut of emotions. We will all have experienced these 8 primary emotions. We may forget facts, but our emotional memory remains intact. This demonstrates the range of intensity in emotions, and how one emotion can cascade into other emotions and behaviours. Learning to identify these emotions in ourselves and in others will directly affect the way in which we relate to each other and the world around us. Life is a roller coaster, as says Ronan Keating. Remember your first day in your new role. I remember mine. Self-awareness. Learning about yourself, being honest with yourself. How do you see yourself? Your values, behaviours, and how do they link to the trust values? How do others see you? Self-regulation. How do you manage your emotions? How do you react in certain situations? Motivation. What motivates you and others around you? Empathy. Recognising others' situations, being alongside. And social awareness. What's occurring? What's going on? Keeping your thoughts and emotions in check. Reframe your thoughts. Glass half full as opposed to half empty. Cognitive restructuring. Negative into positive thought. And focus on your values and behaviours. How one affects the other. On days when it's not going so well, remember what motivated you in the first instance, and think about the positive difference you are making to others. Consider others' feelings. Be kind. Example of how without speaking communication is going on. Team meetings. Laughter is catching. Example. Are you a mood hoover? How does it affect others and the team? Thinking ahead. Planning for success. Tap into positive experiences of self and others. Storytelling. share positive outcomes and failures. We learn from both. Avoid disaster and failure by learning from what is going on around you. This is why EI is so relevant to us, to improve our well-being and boost resilience. Makes the workplace a better environment to work in with the people who are mindful to each other's needs. In working with others, you need to employ emotional intelligence to understand yourself and others' reactions to contextual situations. This improves connectivity, which in turn produces positive outcomes. Storytelling. Grow your networks as you go along your life's journey. Emotional intelligence can be developed throughout life. In our roles, we can experience distressing emotions and the joys of caring. By practicing communication and social skills, you can improve your EI levels to enhance your resilience. Learn your craft and continue to develop new skills and knowledge. I was fortunate enough to hear Holly speak. She has renal failure and described how she is often related to as a condition rather than Holly, who experiences or lives with renal failure. It was important to her that she was acknowledged as a person with the same emotions and feelings anyone else might experience, and that these were taken account of. An example of card sent post QN title. Quote, "You cannot possibly remember all the people and families you have helped, but we do remember you. It is 25 years since you cared for us at a very traumatic time. My husband had pancreatic cancer. You enabled him to stay at home and die at home with your skill and care. You made his last few weeks bearable, and he had a good death. You gave me strength to cope. I am pleased to have a chance to thank you. 25 years on, how we made this family feel is not forgotten." Take time to review and discuss the notes you have made with your peers. How do you use EI when communicating with others? And how can you use EI to improve communication and connectivity with others? Think about your preceptorship journey in terms of the pictures shown. Where are you now, today? Share in chat and think about why you feel this way. What can you do to manage these emotions and feelings? Thank you for listening.